Into a quick video about something I just realized recently, and I think it's that I now understand why they tell you to focus on like actual figures, like actual referencing over style. Something I've been doing recently is just drawing like bodies in the way I imagine them. Like I'll draw the bodies in like I'll draw the all the parts of the anatomy that are there, like the deltoids, all that, the biceps, all that, but I'll maybe elongate it, like make a super long bicep, or I'll make a elongated forearm, or I'll make a like extra long, extra big hands or something like that. But I can only make those choices because I know where to exaggerate and why I want to exaggerate. Because I've studied so much anatomy that I can actually make those choices as an informed decision, rather than, I don't know, copying the latest anime or cartoon or whatever. I can still take some elements from those styles that I like, but what I figured out is that just by studying those, studying the actual anatomy of things, studying people's actual faces, I can actually exaggerate my own artwork based on what I want to push in the expression I'm looking at, or in the anatomy pose that I'm looking at. So this expression right here I found was particularly strong, but I wanted to strengthen that expression in my drawing. So what I did was, like, I observed it, put everything down, the construction lines, all that. But what I did was, to strengthen the expression, like to make it even more of a happy expression, like I kind of changed the area around her mouth to make it more like she's smiling. And I also changed like the area around her eye and curved it upward a little bit more so that it looked like she's smiling more with her eyes. I'm not sure if that's something that you can really do as a human being, but this is like, I think this is the beginning of a more cartoonish style, when you start to exaggerate those features, when you start to push things beyond what humans can actually do with their face. Like in anime all the time, you see faces where the characters' mouths are open like this, like a triangle. And you wonder, how the heck do people really do that? Are people really able to do that? Well, not exactly, but what we are able to do as cartoonists is like take those basic elements and simplify them. But you wouldn't know that if you just looked at a style and copied it. Look at pictures of Zatch Bell, the little boy from that, Zatch. He smiles like this all the time. That's his regular, that's his regular mouth. But if you study only from that style, all you'll know is a bunch of lines. Like, you'll just know how to draw this, and you'll be like, yeah, that looks like a smile. That's how smiles work, right? But you won't, like, if I ask you to draw something else that has to do with the mouth, like, that's not a smile, you'll be like, how do you draw mouths again? You'll only be able to use lines. Like, you won't be able to use actual knowledge of the facial features, actual knowledge of facial structure to produce what you have in mind. You'll only be able to use what you saw on anime or whatever, or a cartoon. So that's just where I am in my development right now. Like, I'm starting to realize that going from this to this to this requires that I actually observe real faces and understand the whole mechanism behind this before I can start like simplifying things. So yeah, I hope that's helped you out, made you consider a little bit more about your art style and where you are in the process. And yeah, this has been a quick video by Call Me Ken, and I'm signing out. See you later. Bye.